So after learning how to build the template, I'll just give you a few examples of particularly segments that are a little bit more, that look a little more complicated. For instance, when you build a segment for like a procedure, and there's lots of technical things in there, and there's lots of different options, it might get a little bit more difficult to visualize. I mean, it's the same process, it's the same um, usefulness, all that stuff, but it might look a little bit different when you're actually doing it. So for instance, when we're doing procedures, the actual operative report or the details may be pretty extensive. So here is one segment that has, for instance, a lot of different headings. And I'll pull it up here in our little trusty thing here. So I'll go to procedures. I think this is, let's look at what it is, cervical ESI. So under cervical ESI, we'll bring it in there. And this is called procedure details. So here's cervical ESI details. So here's the checkbox for this segment. As you can see, it's quite a bit larger than our ice cream example. And there's a lot of different boxes to check. But this box here, details, here's the details. And in the note, it'll say procedure details. And this is automatically checked. And here's all the different headings. So this is all the different position, prep, local, needle, level, approach, technique, catheter, etc. And it goes all the way down the list. And then underneath each one of these headings are these line items. So prone, face pillow, supine. So if I click on show line items on the position, it'll show prone, face pillow, supine. And it'll also show the text that shows up here. And for some reason there's no text here, so I'm just going to say supine. We'll save that. But you can do that for any one of these, and so you can even show it all out like this. So you have all the headings, all the line items there, and you can get as detailed with as much text as you want. The only thing I would suggest is that this item title is very short, so that when it shows up here, as prone or face pillow, it's really easy to read for the provider to just click on the box and without having to read like a big paragraph of stuff that will actually be in the note. Let's see if there's a... it doesn't look like there's any long ones here of things that get put in the note. Let's look for another example. Like diagnoses, like cervical diagnoses, you don't want to put post-laminectomy syndrome cervical right here. Post-laminectomy syndrome is even pretty long. But you could abbreviate to like post-lam syndrome for the checkbox rather than, so where's the pre-op diagnosis cervical post-laminectomy syndrome. See, it looks kind of big that way. It's not too bad. You can click on it, or you could shorten it to like post-lam syndrome, but still in the note, it'll say post-laminectomy syndrome cervical. So just to give you a few examples of how this would work, it's just the same process over and over again in order to find, in order to build a big segment like this. You just have to, it's easy to kind of map it out on a piece of paper, say these are the things I'm going to need, here's all the different options I want in it, and then to just go in here and build it that way, add new heading, add line items for that section, here's all my different options, here's what I want it to appear in the note, and then move on to the next one. Here's my heading, here's the line items that I want to put in the note, and continue on until you have everything you need for that section and that segment, and then you put it into a template and start using it right away.